Hello, and welcome back to Diecast Graveyard. My name is Paul. Thanks for joining me today. We've got a fun build today. We've got a Hot Wheels Mighty Maverick. Now this car was released in 1970, and it has the cap-style wheels on the base. This car was produced in the United States and in Hong Kong, so if you happen to find one with a clear windshield, it was made in the United States. If you have a light blue windshield, it was manufactured in Hong Kong. Well, we're going to do a complete restoration on this car today. Now, normally this car comes with a big wing on the back. I'm not crazy about the wing, but hey, it is part of the car, so that's what we're going to do. So go ahead, grab your favorite adult beverage, sit back and relax as we do today's restoration. Now, if you don't drink, have yourself a cup of coffee or a Coke or a bottle of water or something, but still join in. This is going to be a lot of fun. Let's get started.
It's time to start the autopsy.
Here I've got the car and I've already drilled it apart. Now, if you want to learn how to take these cars apart, in my playlist section, in the how-to section, there is a video dedicated to how to take apart a die-cast car. And if you have any questions, you can always ask. Here we're peeling off any decals or tape that there may be on here because that will interfere with the penetration of the paint stripper that you're going to use. Fortunately, the hood is in one piece, so we don't have to worry about that. The glass needs some good cleaning up, so we're going to do our best to clean that up. Now the base actually came incorporated with the tail, so we went ahead and ordered one from eBay, and that'll be coming anytime soon, so that'll be pretty cool. Yeah, you can see where the plastic is really brittle there, but we're going to reuse it anyway. And again, the back end is where that big wing comes on the back. But there's nothing says you can't use that interior for something else. Here's the base, and again it has the cap style wheels. Now there is some carpet fuzz mixed up around there with the axle and mixed up in there, so we're going to pop those wheels off and get some new replacements for those. We'll get this cleaned up and we'll get it in the gauzy or the Pledge Revive, whichever you use. Now, Pledge Revive is a pretty good deal if you can find it. Now, the gauzy, of course, is made specifically for the modeling industry and plastic. Here we've got the body. We're going to dip it in the citrus strip, or as I call it, embalming fluid. And we're going to set that on this tray, and we're going to watch it, and then as soon as all the paint is bubbled off, we're going to get it into the sink, clean it up, scrub it down with some Zep degreaser, and we'll be ready to go.
Meanwhile, back in the graveyard.
Once we got the body out of the stripper, we cleaned it up, again with Zep degreaser. Now we're going to polish it up with the Flitz. Now Flitz is a fantastic product, folks. If you go to the Flitz website at flitz.com, and when you check out, use the code word graveyard, you'll save 20% off of any product you buy from the website. Now, when you're polishing the car and you're using this Dremel, you want to use a low speed, and you also want to hold the hood down with your finger, because if that hood snaps back with that Dremel, you're going to break the pins on the hood, and you're going to be saying a whole bunch of curse words, or at least some words you wouldn't want to say in front of your grandmom. And there's today's tip from your Uncle Paulie. Now, you've seen me polish up things before. Let's go ahead and speed this up and sit back and enjoy your adult beverage as you watch the polishing. That's looking fantastic. We could polish it a little bit more and get more of a mirror finish, but this looks pretty darn good. Remember Flitz, folks. I recommend this highly. It works great. Now we're going to paint up the car. Here we're going to use some Windex Blue from the Redline shop. Check out all the Spectre Flame paints at the Redline shop. They've got an incredible selection, and man, they work fantastic. So check them out at redlineshop.com. Once we got the car out of the paint stripper, we cleaned it up with Zep degreaser. Now we're ready to paint. We got the paint all mixed up, and the mixture is 4-to-1. 4 parts paint to 1 part hardener. Bottle says 5-to-1. I use 4-to-1, and it works fantastic for me. Now get all the hard to reach areas first. Underneath the fender wells, underneath, in the door jambs, etc. like that. That way there you've got a complete new paint job for the car. Take your time, do full lengths and full sweeps of the car. You don't want to just do little dibble dabbles all over the car because it'll leave dark spots on there. And you want your paint job to look nice and fresh and even. So take your time, put a light mist coat on there, which is called the tack coat. Let it rest for about 10 to 15 minutes and then come back in, do a little bit more tack coat, and then give it a saturation coat. It'll dry to a high gloss shine and it will be absolutely beautiful. This is looking good. Let's go ahead and let that set. We'll put it in the cabinet, we'll let it dry overnight, and then we'll be ready to go. Let's move on. Okay, we're going to polish up the glass using this. The hell did I use? Oh yeah, Plastex polish from Meguiar's. But you can use Flitz for this too, and Flitz actually does a fantastic job. And that's the best part. If you do use Flitz, you can definitely save you some money. So go ahead and get yourself a big old tube of Flitz today. You will not be sorry. And if you go to the Flitz website, like I said, type in the code word graveyard at the end of your transaction in the code block, and you'll save 20%. And that's a great deal because a big tube easily will last you over a year. So get yourself a big old tube of Flitz. I just happen to have Flitz. I have many different products that I have on my table. So I grabbed the first one that I could, and this is what I have. Well, anyway, we're going to go ahead and polish this up. Scrub it down, clean it all up, and then we're going to get it in the gauzy. This will look good. Let's go ahead and continue. Now we're going to clean the base. Here's the base, and I left the wheels on because this won't affect the wheels. This is a mixture of Lime Away and water, a 50-50 mixture. Now once you put it in, you're going to want to keep a really close eye on it, because you don't want to leave it in there any more than 4 minutes max. Usually about 2.5 to 3 is sufficient, but just put it in there and watch it closely. This will eat all your tarnish away. You may still have to polish it or hit it with a metal brush, but it'll turn out fantastic. Let's go ahead and speed this up and watch the bubbles work while you drink your adult beverage. This is looking pretty good. You want to make sure that you're using a brass brush here. If you use a steel brush, it's going to put an awful lot of scratches in your metal, and they're going to be really hard to get out. Now another thing and another tip, if you have a brass brush and you buy it at like Harbor Freight or something like that, just make sure that you check it with a magnet first, because it could be brass coated steel and it will put a bunch of scratches in your vehicle. Okay, we got the base here now. We cleaned it all up. Now we're going to check out and get rid of the tires. Now these have the cap style wheels, so you run your razor blade over the edge, rub it back and forth, and you'll be able to pop that wheel right off. Just like so. Now the cap style wheels come in two different sizes, medium and large. So there you go, medium and large. So we got two medium meats on the front and two large meats in the back. And we're going to put these new reproductions on there, and it's going to make this car look absolutely beautiful. Here I got these reproduction wheels from the Redline shop. And again, check out the Redline shop at redlineshop.com. They've got wheels, they've got paint, they've got decals for all your Redline restorations. And the best part is you can use all these Spectre Flame paints on your mainline projects. So check out the Redline shop today. Here we've got all of our pieces. Here's the body. I added a black stripe onto the roof. Here's the base all polished up with brand new meats all the way around, and we detailed the headlights and the taillights. Here's the brand new interior that I got off of eBay. Here's the windshield all polished up and ready to go. Let's give our creation life.
Lies! Lies, do you hear me? Give my creation life!
And this is what we started with. This Hot Wheels Mighty Maverick from the 1970 era. What a beautiful car this will be. We started off by taking the car apart. We did an autopsy and we evaluated the parts. We realized we had to do a new paint job, new wheels, polish up the glass, replace the interior with that mighty wing on the back, detail the headlights and the taillights, and again, we've got new wheels on there. And we took our time with it, and what a fantastic job it turned out to be. This was a lot of fun. And as I always say to you folks, you can do this too. Watch the videos that I put out. Watch the videos that some of my other friends put out, like the Godfather, Eddie Papandrea. He does a fantastic job. Check out Paco's Diecast. They do a great job. My buddy Tom at Caliber 50 Customs, Harlan at Go Bears Diecast Workshop, and my buddy Andrew at Maple Leaf Customs. Great, great builders. And this is what we got to. Look at this beautiful Hot Wheels restoration. Again, we started from scratch. We stripped the body, we polished it up with flits, we put some brand new paint on there from the Redline shop, we put new wheels on there from the Redline shop. We got the wing and the interior from eBay, and we did the detail of the headlights and the taillights, and man, let me tell you something. What a beautiful restoration this Mighty Maverick turned out to be. Now this would be a beautiful thing in anyone's collection. I would rather have a refurbished car like this than have that chipped up piece of crap that people call filler cars, okay? People say, oh, you ruined the value of these cars. No, you don't. They're garbage. They're garbage. It's nice to get one that's rare, and then I'd leave that alone, like a white Camaro or something like that. But it's a great hobby. Restore your cars and enjoy them. I can't thank you enough for joining me today on Diecast Graveyard. We got so many more videos coming up and so many more products. I've got a video coming out here with a brand new decal machine that I have. And guys, you don't want to miss that because that's an absolute game changer. My name is Paul with Diecast Graveyard. Thank you for joining me today, and cheers.